And as the light of the vine waned into a trembling hush, Ezra felt the breath of eternity draw him further still, as though his very soul were being unwound from the threads of time and woven into another tapestry, vast and immeasurable. The earth beneath him was no longer earth, but a sea of glass mingled with fire, stretching beyond horizon and sky, and upon it stood multitudes without number, clothed not in garments of flesh, but in the radiance of spirit, their faces shining like the dawn, yet veiled with solemnity, as though awaiting a decree older than creation itself. Ezra's heart quaked, for he sensed he had been carried beyond the world of men into the courts where destinies are measured. Ezra fell upon his face as though struck dead, but Uriel lifted him with a hand blazing like lightning, saying, "Behold, O son of dust, you stand where few of mortal blood have ever stood. This is the counsel of the end, where all works are weighed, where every tear is remembered, where the secrets of kings and beggars alike are laid bare before the eyes that never sleep. Here you will see what no scroll can contain, for the times hasten, the seals crack, and the end presses upon creation like a woman in travail." Ezra wept, for he saw his own people's sorrows inscribed there, each chain, each tear, each broken prayer preserved as though seared into the very marrow of creation. Yet Uriel's voice cut through his grief, stern yet merciful. "Do not despair, Ezra, for the judge of all sees not as men see. He weighs not only the cruelty of oppressors, but also the faith of the afflicted, the hidden prayers whispered in darkness, the trembling hope that endures though buried beneath ashes. Nothing is lost, not even the sigh of the weary, for all is gathered before him who measures time." Then suddenly the heavens shook, and the angel said, "These are the heralds of what must come, signs that the end hastens as the womb labors toward birth. After that, pestilence shall ride, not only upon flesh, but upon the spirit, for men will worship the works of their own hands and bow to shadows. Then the stars shall fall, and powers once exalted will crumble, and the proud shall gnash their teeth as their kingdoms melt like wax before fire." At these words, Ezra could bear no more. His body racked with awe and terror, his soul torn between dread and longing. And he cried, "O Lord, who can endure this? What flesh can stand when the heavens themselves tremble?" But Uriel answered, his voice both sword and balm, "Those who are sealed, Ezra, those whose robes are washed not by their own merit, but by the mercy of the Most High. Fear not, for though the world grows old and death rages like a beast, yet the covenant is sure, the vine you saw shall bear its harvest, and the faithful shall taste of its fruit. And behold, the rivers turn to mirrors, reflecting not water but the hidden faces of every generation. Thunder rolled, yet within it sang the voices of prophets long slain, bearing witness still. The heavens cracked like a broken vessel, pouring forth both wrath and mercy in equal torrents. Upon the glassy sea, crowns appeared and vanished, kingdoms rising and falling in a heartbeat. The multitudes trembled, yet a remnant stood firm, their foreheads marked with light unquenchable. Uriel lifted his hand to the sky, and the stars themselves bent as servants before their maker. Ezra knew then that history itself was only the shadow of a greater design, unfolding before his eyes. "But you, son of man, must bear this vision like fire in your bones, for it is not for you alone, but for generations yet unborn, for kings yet to rise and fall, for seekers who will hunger for truth when the world is drowning in lies. Write it, seal it, guard it, for though tongues mock and ears grow deaf, the word will not perish. For heaven and earth will pass away, but the decree of the Most High is eternal." And as Uriel spoke, the sea of glass roared like thunder, the multitudes lifted their voices in a cry that shook eternity, and Ezra, overwhelmed, collapsed as though dead. His spirit burned and remade, his lips trembling with words he could not utter, for what he had seen was too vast for mortal tongue, a mystery sealed in light, a vision etched into the marrow of his being, to haunt him all his days and blaze forth in the appointed time like lightning across the sky.